millions of baboons attack the city area of Florida. One study found that invasive baboons increase the risk of traffic accidents by 20%. To prevent baboons from attacking the city, what countermeasures did Florida farmers use? Please join me in watching the video. How farmers deal with millions of invasive baboons. In Miami, an increase in traffic accidents involving baboons has become a serious problem. With more than 100 vehicle collisions with baboons reported in 2022, their presence on the road has resulted in injuries to road users, causing traffic jams for hours at a time. These incidents are said to mean that food sources in the wild are scarce, so they have to go into the city. Vehicles stopping to rest were repeatedly attacked by baboons, which caused concern among Florida residents. So to prevent traffic accidents caused by baboons, what measures have Florida residents taken to solve the problem? The number of baboons in Miami decreased from 3,000 to 1,000 after the implementation of guns. Reducing baboon numbers has contributed to reducing the risk of traffic accidents and improving road safety. In addition, people need to coordinate with local authorities to raise awareness about the dangers of baboons and educate them on how to respond when encountering them. According to studies, baboon hunting is most effective during the day. Daylight provides optimal visibility, allowing hunters to observe baboon activity. In addition, it is recommended to hunt in groups of at least 5 to 6 people, especially in wild areas, to increase safety. Working together in a group not only provides support in an emergency, but also provides an opportunity for hunters to learn from each other's experiences. The Ruger brand is one of the famous hunting equipment manufacturers in Florida. Florida authorities license hunters to use Ruger American rifles and Ruger Hawkeye rifles. This proves that the Ruger brand has built a solid reputation in the hunting community. Bait used to attract baboons is important in hunting in Florida. Hunters prepare a variety of fruits such as bananas and oranges. One hunter mentioned that hunting baboons without prepared bait will not attract them to the hunting area. Without bait, the chances of dealing with a baboon are reduced, making the hunt less successful. Therefore, hunters focus on choosing and preparing bait to increase their hunting chances and ensure a successful hunt. Although the state does not permit the use of firearms for hunting, hunters may participate if they are licensed by the appropriate authority. Hunting licenses in Florida include many different types, such as recreational hunting licenses, management area licenses, and quota licenses. Hunters must be over 18 years old to participate in baboon hunting. If hunters violate these policies, they may face consequences such as fines, license suspensions, or even legal action, depending on the severity of the violation. According to Florida government-controlled results, the average weight of adult baboons is about 30 to 40 pounds, depending on the species and its age. The baboon hunting season in Florida usually takes place in October and November. According to the license, hunters are only allowed to hunt baboons that are of reasonable size and do not carry diseases. Hunters are not allowed to hunt baboons that are pregnant or have young children. Many hunters today apply the bow and arrow combination method to improve efficiency in baboon hunting. This combination has yielded good results with the use of guns and created uniquely different experiences. Using a bow and arrow will bring a new experience in hunting techniques. Each hunt, hunters are usually given about 6 to 12 arrows, depending on the policies and regulations of the specific hunting area. Using bows and arrows to hunt baboons not only saves money but also brings many advantages. Arrows can be reused many times, reducing financial pressure on hunters. Using bows and arrows does not make as much noise as guns and does not affect surrounding animals. Arrow travel speed when shooting baboons typically ranges from 150 to 300 feet per second, depending on the type of bow and the specific configuration of the arrow. The use of bows and arrows and guns to hunt baboons has caused many mixed opinions in the community, for different reasons. Some communities do not support this practice because of concerns about violence and negative impacts on the environment. Using guns can create loud noise, affect the ecosystem, and irritate other animals in the area. In addition, guns also have the risk of injuring other animals during hunting. As a result, some communities do not support either approach and promote other solutions such as public education, environmental management, and species protection. Do you find the gun or bow and arrow method more effective in dealing with millions of invasive baboons? Click the like button if you support fighting with guns. Click the channel subscription button if you support using bows and arrows. Thank you for watching the entire video, and please share this video for your family to have good luck. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Continue watching the next video. Canada tops the list with 2,425 reports of feral swine across the state's 253 counties. Georgia took second place with 1,377 wild boar reports. Other states making the top 5 include Mississippi and Oklahoma. An invasive species is becoming one of Canada's top pests. They can reach weights of more than 150 pounds and grow from 5 to 6 feet long. They often travel in small family groups or alone. Wild boars are prolific breeders and can maintain large populations. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, this is one of the most destructive and formidable invasive species in the country. Although boars primarily eat plants, their habits can cause damage to native ecosystems. Have you ever encountered invasive wild boars while walking on the road? How did you act when you encountered a wild boar? If you don't panic, comment number 0. USASC research shows that concentrated in the Canadian prairies, wild boars now have a range of more than 293 square miles. Researchers found that a male wild boar's territory can be as large as 116 square miles in the summer, with sows having a territorial range of up to 143 miles. Wild boar territories are growing, so how can Canadian farmers deal with them? Canadians have applied the method of hunting wild boars using traps in the Chiba Pref area, which is a smart wild boar trapping system. The cages, which come with a feeding machine to lure wild boars inside, were developed by Japanese Yuta Mokichuki, 20, a student at the National Institute of Technology, Kisarazu College. The design of this cage is that the cage is 5 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 2 feet high. Regular feeding by automatic machines will increase the catch rate, and people will not need to walk around to check whether animals are caught in traps or not. However, some old traps have not been installed with automatic machines like this. What do you think about this new method of Canadians? Last fiscal year, the number of wild boars captured as of the end of February reached 937, more than double the number of 387 caught in fiscal 2017. Estimated losses cost farmers more than $142.4 million USD, 2.5 times the damage seen 5 years ago. The invasive wild boar problem in Canada is increasingly being controlled thanks to the application of this method of automatic trapdoor trapping. However, stories about invasive wild boars are still a concern for Canadians, as wild boars are still not completely controlled. An employee at the Nature Center here said they expressed concern about the impact of wild boars on the ecosystem. In your opinion, is using this type of trap effective? If it doesn't work, do you have any suggested solutions to share with everyone? You are a hunter who has not prepared himself with knowledge about wild boar hunting activities or learned about things that are not illegal during recreational hunting. Some communities in Canada do not support the practice of trapping piglets. If the trap catches a herd of piglets, people will sterilize them and then release them back into the natural environment. If you support this method, please comment number 1. Moving on to method number 2, using a leg trap. This method will be different from hunting with hunting equipment. This hunting process will take more time, but bring safety to the hunter, avoiding attacks by wild boars. Canadian farmers often use leg traps to catch invasive wild boars. This mechanism usually requires about a week to trap wild boar. A wild boar is usually estimated to be caught approximately 3 to 7 days after the trap is set. Usually, wild boar trapping will be done by 1 or 2 people, depending on the size and complexity of the trapping area. One trap can catch a wild boar weighing 150 to 300 pounds. Is this number huge? According to a farmer, they trapped an invasive wild boar and discovered it had many large warts on its lower abdomen. Therefore, such boars may be infected, so they need to be handled carefully and should not be processed because it may affect their health. Farmers in Canada need to exercise caution when collecting wild boars caught in foot traps. First, they need to make sure they have the right protective equipment, including anti-bite gloves and protective face masks, to avoid injury when approaching a trapped animal. The question is, if the wild boar trap is in such a deep forest, how can the farmer determine the location of the trapped wild boar? Coming to the last method, different from the above two methods, this method of setting net traps will catch a large number of wild boars, from 10 to 20 in one trap. However, the most important method in this method is preparing the bait. When the bait is fragrant, it will attract a large number of wild boars into the trap. According to Canadians, wild boars are most active in the evening, so during the day 2 to 3 will be caught in traps. During the day, the hunter will check the trap once. If they discover 1 to 2 wild boars trapped in the trap, they will handle them with hunting tools. Do you prefer using net traps or hunting tools? Comment your opinion below to wait for everyone's response. Are you a farmer who doesn't know how to use net traps to catch invasive wild boars? Don't worry, you don't need to buy or maintain net traps, nor do you need to learn how to set traps. In Canada, there is a net trap rental service for you. It will cost some money to do this, but it will help you learn the most effective way to set traps. Now that you have learned about the 3 different types of traps, which method do you find most effective in dealing with invasive wild boars? What methods can you use while hunting? One thing you must not forget is that you must be granted a hunting license by the government, otherwise you will be subject to different penalties. Comment your thoughts after watching all of our videos below. Don't forget to press the channel subscription button to support the next videos. Do you know which way baboons invade the city? They travel along trails, through forests, and along major roads to infiltrate residential areas. They can also climb on tree branches and electric wires to move. It is estimated that in 2020, the number of baboons invading Georgia's residential areas could range from 500 to 1,000. The weight of each animal is 20 to 30 pounds, and it travels in herds of 5 to 20 animals, according to local information. Another distinguishing feature of baboons from regular monkeys is that their tails are usually shorter than long-tailed monkeys, 4 to 6 inches long, and have no hair at the tip. These characteristics and behaviors help them climb and move more easily everywhere in the city. What do you think about their intelligence and flexibility? Comment 0 if you agree with this. You wouldn't think that the baboons' behaviors directly affect all the activities of people in the city. The main purpose of baboons when entering the city is to search for food, but due to their curiosity about cars parked on human roads. The actions of invasive monkeys seriously affect traffic participants. They sit on top of cars, causing the driver to obscure his vision, lose control, and crash into many other vehicles. Leading up to 2022, there have been more than 100 accidents caused by baboons in the city, injuring more than 50 people. At the same time, people will have to spend a lot of money to repair their vehicles. Invasive baboons cause a lot of harm. What should authorities in Georgia do to deal with them? Invading baboons are not afraid at all. They directly break the car's windshield when there are people in the car. They climb everywhere in the car, causing many scratches because their toenails are very sharp. So do you know how much it costs to repair a car? The cost to replace a windshield can range from $500 to $1,500 depending on the type of vehicle and extent of damage. The parking lot has become a destination for baboons. In Georgia, one of the most famous parking areas frequently attacked by baboons is the GMS Mall parking lot. At this parking lot, a car became the target of an attack by 5 to 7 baboons. Because the car owner forgot to close the car door, it made it easy for the baboons to attack inside. They scratch all over the car's body looking for food. This incident not only caused property damage to car owners, but also made many people concerned about their safety when traveling and living in the city area. To prevent traffic safety dangers caused by baboons, what do you think car owners should do to avoid similar incidents? Baboons not only invade parking areas but also affect Georgians by rummaging through trash cans and destroying household items. The negative effects of this behavior don't stop there. Baboons rummaging through trash and eating leftover food also pose a potential risk of spreading disease to humans. Garbage can contain many dangerous pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and parasites. When baboons eat garbage and excrete indiscriminately, they can accidentally transmit pathogens to humans through direct or indirect contact. How to prevent the invasive and destructive behavior of baboons, protecting the environment and public health. Please share your thoughts below so everyone can comment and help you learn more information about this invasive baboon species. To deal with invasive baboons, hunters in Georgia have conducted adventurous hunts. They choose a location in the forest, setting up a baboon shooting tent as an effective means of hunting. This tent measures about 6 to 8 feet, large enough for hiding and convenient for the hunter. The latch material is made from parachute fabric, providing cover and protection from harsh weather. People often use this tent for about 2 to 3 days when hunting, preparing the necessary belongings before each journey. In particular, in front of each tent, they will prepare a large amount of fruit to attract baboons. This greatly improved the efficiency of their hunts, helping them deal with invasive baboons. This combination of quality tents and attraction strategies has enabled people to conduct hunts more easily and effectively, ensuring safety and success in taking down baboons. How will you disguise yourself when hunting baboons? Comment number 1, if you use the same method as above. Each year, the number of baboons controlled through hunting has increased significantly, helping to reduce their encroachment in areas of Georgia. The effectiveness of this measure has reduced the number of baboons, which has not increased in recent years. City dwellers no longer have to worry about regular invasions from baboons. However, to participate in hunting activities, the hunter must be of age, usually 18 years or older. Every day, they are only allowed to hunt a certain number of baboons, usually about 2 to 3. During hunts, the heaviest average weight of a baboon they hunt is about 20 to 25 pounds, depending on the size and health of the animal. This helps maintain balance in the species population management and ensures that the inhabitants have a safer and more peaceful living environment. To reduce baboon encroachment in the city, periodic educational programs are organized to increase public understanding and awareness of the issue. Each educational course has a specific goal of providing information about baboon behavior and biology, how to respond to invasive situations, and safety measures when interacting with them. The courses for people take place in the spring and summer, when baboon invasions are often high. This education is intended to guide them on how to prevent and respond when encountering situations involving baboons. Participants in these educational programs must reach adulthood, usually 18 years or older, to ensure they have enough knowledge and understanding to apply what they learn to practice. Do you know any other methods to deal with invasive baboons? Please comment below so Georgians can learn.
So since these solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of colonies of some invasive species, do you believe in any other better solution? If so, please don't forget to share your comments and opinions down below. Plus, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to support our channel with our upcoming videos. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all your friends so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well.